everyone, and welcome to the Subservicing Scene. Today, we're going to be focusing on consumer complaints and consumer requests for information. My name is Mignon Davis, and I'm joined by Jen Hughes. Together, we run Subservicing Oversight here at Richie May. All right, let's dig in. And first, let's talk about the difference between consumer complaints and consumer requests for information. Jen, can you explain the difference between these and also explain what a QWR is, which is a request, qualified written request?
Yes. So an example of a consumer complaint is credit reporting not being accurately reported, or anytime the consumer believes an error has occurred. A consumer request for information is when the consumer sends something in regarding their mortgage loan, such as a request for a payment history or information on the investor of the loan. A qualified written request, or a QWR, is different because these requests are required to be sent to a specific address that is disclosed by the servicer as its address to receive the QWRs.
All right, so the CFPB has very specific guidelines on how financial institutions should address and respond to consumer complaints, requests for information, and QWRs, or qualified written requests. The CFPB requires servicers to send an acknowledgement letter within 5 business days after receiving the request. It also requires servicers to provide a substantive response within 30 business days. The response should detail the resolution, any corrective actions, and provide the consumer with an opportunity to dispute the findings if they are unsatisfied.
Even consumer requests for information are required to be responded to promptly. So again, these have the same timing requirements. Companies should confirm receipt of the request within 5 business days and provide the requested information within 30 days. The CFPB emphasizes transparency and timely communication to ensure that consumers have access to the information they need to make informed decisions about their financial products.
These requirements not only help in building trust, but also ensure that consumer rights are protected. Financial institutions need to be diligent in their responses and maintain detailed records of all interactions, because the CFPB can audit these records to ensure that that the servicer is in compliance. So they need to keep that record. And while this is a lot of work, it is necessary in order to uphold the standards set by the CFPB.
These requirements have had a significant impact on how companies handle complaints and information requests. They hold companies accountable and make consumers more aware of their rights. Staying compliant not only helps avoid penalties, but also enhances the company's reputation. At the end of the day, it is all about protecting the consumer's interest. The CFPB's guidelines ensure that financial institutions operate fairly and transparently.
All right. Thank you so much for your time today. We hope that you found this information beneficial. And if you have any questions or would like to discuss how Richie May can help you, please contact us. And next time, we'll dive into another one of our subservicing scene hot topics. So stay tuned for that, and we will see you next time.